Chapter 5. Zizi clambered aboard for the last time, exhausted but relieved that it was over. Her struggle to understand, her seemingly endless search was leading her to a place where she could let go, at last, and just be. No more questions, no more meaninglessness, no more suffering. Without her even realizing, the boat had drifted off into the spaciousness of the blue ocean. She was singing, and the whole universe was singing back to her. Their music filled the emptiness she had been feeling. The hope and the freedom expanded inside her and grew until she thought the power was going to disintegrate her into a million pieces, and she would merge into the gaps between the notes and the atoms and become one with the shimmering, translucent unity of all phenomena. Zizi lay back in the little boat, her eyes closed, feeling the gentle rocking of the waves, the sensation of being held in the arms of the universe and the ocean, supported in her last few moments before arriving at her final shore, the home of her treasure, the treasure she had been searching for so long. This was it. Zizi raised her head above the sides of the little boat and pulled herself up to see what can only be described as the most heavenly place she had ever seen in her life. Birds and animals, kings and queens, magic men and flower people, all arriving at the entrance to a tiny harbour to welcome her. Crystal buildings, jewelled towers and golden pathways filled with flowers overwhelmed her vision. The radiant beings beckoned her to follow them through the buildings. They were singing her song. They all knew her and were welcoming her home. She was able to stay seated in her little boat to follow them as the pathways were made of the ocean. The beings showered her with flower petals and a sprinkling of golden diamond water to soothe her aching limbs. They were leading her to the entrance of a magnificent palace up ahead, where she believed she would finally find her treasure. She was coming home.